Happy Friday. It always says, whenever I hit the live button, it says 3, 2, 1, and then it says checking connection. And then it sits there for a minute, and then you're like, ready to go, but then it doesn't say anything yet, and so then you're just waiting, and then you just feel like an idiot. So that's what happens. So anyways, hi, welcome. My name is Mackenzie. I'm a licensed private investigator, and I'm also a makeup artist, and I was a podcaster. I was just making a video of like all my different jobs, and I was like, wow, I really have a lot of jobs, and so it was really interesting. So I thought that was funny. Anyways, so hi, happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. I'm excited for the weekend. I think I'm gonna, hey Rachel, I think my son is 10 and he's gonna hang out with my brother this weekend. My brother has 2 sons that are 12 and 16. And so he's gonna go hang out and do some guy stuff over there this weekend, which will be really great for him. And so I'm probably just gonna go swimming and enjoy the sunshine a little bit. Okay, so listen, I use a self tanner from a company called Pasty Girl, and I have a collection. It's called the Freedom Barbie collection, which is all my favorite self tanning stuff. And she let me know that I can give you guys a 20% off discount for it. So if you want to shop my self tanner, it's 20% off for my bundle. It has like the self tanner, the stuff I use for my face, like the Radiance Glow stuff for my face, the mitt, the little tanning mitt, and the little glove for exfoliation. And then the like extender, the tan extender situation thing. It's really good. Hold on. Comment pasty. I'm going to put the comment pasty for my 20% off discount link. Okay, so yeah, if you want to get my self tanner, this is like the first year in my life that I did not go out in the sun and was just like, tan me, Jesus, take me to church, and like my skin has never looked better, and so now it's just self tanner for me. So I really love it. Hey, thanks, Gwenda, for listening to the podcast and for subscribing to the Patreon. We really appreciate that so much. We really love you guys and the support that you give us. We are just so grateful. Thank you. If you're not listening to my podcast, you guys, it is so good. We've had some really amazing guests, and you will absolutely fall in love with them. These people are amazing. They're amazing for sharing their stories. They're just incredible. I can't do Il Maquillage. I've heard a couple different things of Il Maquillage. No, actually, Gina, there's no smell to it. Like, it smells like literally nothing. Like, there's no smell to the tanner at all. So here's what happened. So, okay. So as someone with a lot of followers, right? Like, you get people that reach out to you all the time and they're like, would you like to, talk about my product and we'll give your followers like a discount code and you can get a discount and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, all right, but they just don't know me, I guess, but I'm not one to just like be, oh great, more paycheck, right? So I'm like, yeah, like no problem. At first, I'm like, okay, let me hear more about it. Like, what is your product? And obviously send it to me so I can try it, because I'm not going to talk about something I don't like, right? So anyways, so Pasty Girl, her name is Courtney. She's the owner of Pasty Girl, and she sends me a message. She's like, hey, I wonder if you'd be interested in my self tanner. She's, a small business, whatever. And it's called Pasty Girl is the tanner. And she said, would you be interested in promoting it? And I get called all the live long day from brands, from everybody, right? I get calls from networks all the time. VH1, or not VH1, Mackenzie Jean, Netflix. What's the other one? No, it was VH1. There was a cheating show. Anyways, I get lots of emails from different networks. They want to do shows with me. I get different, brands in my email all the live long day, like, oh, we want you to promote this product, whatever. So when she said, hey, I have this tanning stuff, and I'm like, great, fine, whatever. You can go to Ulta and get tan stuff, right? But I was like, okay, like a self tanner is something that I use. I'll check it out. And she was going to send me a bottle. So she sends me a bottle for tanning stuff, and she actually ended up sending me like a whole box of her products, right? And I was like, all right, they do that all the time. People send you freebies and you're like, all right, I'll check it out, whatever. So I get this box of this Pasty Girl Tan stuff, and I'm like, this is just a small business. Like, how good could it be? So then when she sent it to me, I tried it because I know how to use self-tanner. And I was like, all right, this is really good. This is really good. And so then I went to Ulta and I brought every single brand of all the self-tanners to like compare them. And I had like one on this arm, a different one on this arm, a different, and like I was trying them out. And when I tell you, I have receipts from when I went to Ulta and bought every single one, hers was the best one. And I think it's because it didn't have a smell. And the ones at Ulta, like that, you have to choose the level. So like if you want the light or the dark, and you're like, well, different companies look at lights and darks differently, right? And so I was like, well, I don't know if I want light or dark. Hers doesn't have like a light or a dark. It's just like, here's the color, you put it on. And then if you want it darker, then you add more. You know what I mean? So you can like build it. And it doesn't smell, and it doesn't like feel weird and tacky and gross. And she's coming out with a new product, like a super fast darker tanner or something, with a more velvety finish. It's like a mousse, right? Anyways, so ever since then, I've really supported her because she's just a young lady that has just started this self-tan company, and it is really good. There's no smell to it. I promise to goodness, there's no smell to it. It's crazy because I don't like that smell. Makes me queasy. It's too much for me. But no, there's no smell. Not at all. And it's really cool because like you like dust it on and it's not streaky. Like I did it this morning, but I haven't rinsed it off yet. But it's got a really beautiful coverage. It's really nice. And when I do my self-tanner, by the way, when I do my self-tanner, I usually have multiple different colors of makeup in my palette. So like I'll usually have a color where I don't have my tanner on, and then a color for when I do have my tanner, but I always have my tanner on. So I always have the darker color. But anyways, this is, I guess I should tell you what I'm doing to my face if you're new here. This is the Saint makeup that I sell. This is customized makeup palette. So you get a free color match, and then I tell you what shades to get, and you build your palette however you want. It's really cool. But yeah, get the Pasty Girl Tan stuff for sure. Okay, so this is my custom palette, lip and cheek shades, eyeshadows, okay? So this is, if you want a free color match, just comment match. Yeah. I think, can I do that? I wonder if I can, hold on a minute. I wonder if I can put, can I pen another one? How many comments I don't know. Makeup color match. I don't know how to work on Instagram. It's fine. Okay, so then I just did, I wonder if I pen this one. Okay, anyways, whatever. It can only pen one. Anyways, if you want a link to my self-tanner, it's really good. Just comment pasty. And if you want makeup, just comment match. But anyway, so this makeup is really good. I just applied it with my hands. I've been trying to do it different ways to kind of show you like how this makeup works. But this is where people get all like, they're like, but how do you blend it? And that's a lot. No, it's not. Look. So I try to get up close. I'm really sorry if this is grossing you out. But I want to show you how I blend this. And like how softly you blend it to kind of get the coverage that you need. This is a really buildable coverage, and you really don't need that much. So that's why I try to get up close to kind of show you that like, this isn't like that some BS baloney makeup that, you know, you get and they're like, oh, this is the best makeup ever. And then it's not. So this makeup is like, it just melts into your skin really lightly. And you just kind of, I'm going real slow to kind of show you, but this is how you kind of blend it. It looks really crazy because you're like, wait, there's no way that that's going to turn into anything that's not a giant dumpster fire mess. But it is, I promise. And I even contour. Look, see that dark, scary contour? And you can kind of just like tap it in, and you just blend it up to Jesus, and you get this really pretty melty blend. Anyway, so what I do with my self-tanner is I do my self-tanner up to here. Right? So like basically my face is just floating on self-tanner, and then I just do my makeup to like match my neck, because by the time I wash my face twice a day, and I use a makeup eraser, I'm using like, you know, cleansers, and I'm using moisturizers and stuff. So the self-tanner starts to fade off my face. So usually I just do like no self-tanner, but then I haven't rinsed it off yet. So today I did it, but you can match, like I can match you perfectly to whatever your colors are. I think a lot of people are really scared of the color match. They're like, but it doesn't look like that online. it looks darker. And I'm like, I know, but I know what I'm doing. Okay, so see how this, like, I put on all the different colors. And you're like, that looks like a complete shit show. Look. Look how that turns into that. Isn't it so pretty? This makeup is so nice, you guys. So we actually, so Saint, this makeup company used to be an MLM. So like the direct sales model where like you build teams and all that stuff, but they're not anymore. So now it's just affiliate marketing. And so now that it's affiliate marketing, I've been enjoying it so much more because I've been able to really, really connect with my customers more, and it's been amazing. So if you are new to this makeup, or if you didn't buy it because the company was an MLM, they're not anymore. We're supporting women in a different way now, and this is just a really nice way to get you some makeup, and there's no like, join my team. Oh, praise the Lamb. Okay, see? See, and it's very, very subtle. Let me close the lighting sucks in here. See how I have that cool, like that shadow right there creates that cool kind, or that contour right there creates that cool kind of shadow. Yes, I'm going to reunion. I'm so excited. A lot of the girls on my team are going too, even though we're not technically a team anymore, but we're still going. Okay, so what I did was I took like this brightening highlight and I put it in the center of my face because we want alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic right here, right? But see how all these different colors are here, right? And it looks crazy and you're like, that's gonna look like a mess. But see how it melts in all together and it doesn't create this giant mess. The colors look dark here, because the opacity is different than like a liquid foundation. So when you apply it to the skin and melt it, it actually melts in much more sheer, and it's not literal different colors. You're just using these colors to create this. See what I mean? For the contour. Why don't you try it with your finger and see what you think? Because contour should just be something like this, where you just have it on your finger, and then you can feel for the bone and you can put it under. So I put mine right under the cheekbone, but if you want to cheat, you can put it on the cheekbone and make your cheekbones look like they're a little bit higher. And then you can just tap it on like a stamp, like that. Just like that. And then if you take your brush, like this is the blush and bronzer brush, and I'm taking the smaller end and just lightly tapping into it. And you can even blend up to Jesus. See, you just, by blend up to Jesus, I mean pull up. Like you never want to pull your contour down. You just always want to blend it up. But if you're, what kind of problem are you struggling with your contour? Like applying it or blending it? Because I've got a solution for you if you need it. Hey, Kim! So excited! I took your advice and used my contour for my brows and it looked fabulous. I bet it did, because when I do my color matching, so when you send me your selfie for a color match, what I do is I actually look at your hair color, your eye shape, your eye color, your face shape, your age, your texture, your lines, the root of your hair, the color of your hair, the color of your brows, the color of your lashes, all of it. Like I look at all of that, and in a split second I look at your face and like all of this is registering. And usually when I match your contour shades, so these like this cool ashy kind of grayish tone, usually will complement your eyebrows as well. So if you buy the contour and you pop it into your palette and you have like the line brush, the one that has the spoolie and the flat angle brush like this one, you can use your contour to fill in your brows too, and it works perfectly. It's really cool. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on, did I miss somebody's question? I'm so sorry if I did. Do you have to rinse off the self tanner? This self tanner is like 6 to 8 hours, and then you rinse it off, and then it's fine. And then like you'll rinse off a majority of like the super darkness, and then you're just left this really beautiful glow, and it'll last you about a week, and then you just redo it, or you can exfoliate it off and start over. But she also has like the lotion, the gradual extend lotion, which is like, if you use that as your moisturizer every day, then it'll extend the life of your tan. Like it makes your skin, it just pulls the like darkness or whatever. But it's not orange and it doesn't have a smell. So if you want the self tanner that I use, It is not orange. It does not have a smell. It is amazing. It's easy to use. It's like a mousse, really soft. And then the new one that she's releasing, I think on September 1st, is a mousse, but it's like a rapid tan, and it'll still have the beautiful like violet base. So there's no orange, no smell, all of that. So I'm excited for the new velvety finish, but this one's pretty velvety. So I can't wait to try it. But just comment pasty if you want the link. Yeah, that's not really an issue for me as far as the streakiness. Like after I do my tan, this is a swim shirt. So it's just like a long sleeve button down, and it's like a mini dress kind of, and I just wear nothing. I just use that, and then you just like dry and sit for several hours and then rinse it off. So it's not, but I never really have like streaks or anything, not with this stuff. Okay, hold on. No smell. Yes, no smell. There's no smell at all. Like you don't smell, it just doesn't smell like anything. Okay, so now I turned this into this by just doing this. See how I'm just like tapping right here? So this isn't one of those makeups where you have to go and then like start swirling it all over like a psycho. And also, whenever you blend your makeup, you should feel nothing on your skin. Like it should feel really, really light. If it ever feels heavy, there's probably just too much product. But I do notice, and I was guilty of this too, when I first got this makeup, I was like slathering it on like liquid, and I was like, this isn't gonna work out. And it does, I promise. Look, I'm trying to get close. See how it just like melts in little by little? And it just melts into your skin. And so you kind of get that dimension without the literal like darkness on your skin, right? And so you're getting the benefit of the pigment, but you're not getting that super like, what do you call it? Like the matty, like the matte powdery, like dry cakey look. I don't like it. I'm not into it. And so you just kind of lightly tap it to blend it. And so when you get your, hey, thanks friend, you'll, when you get the color match form, you just submit your selfie, and I look at it and I say, oh, here's the shades that I think would look great on you. And then you just text me, ask me what questions you have, like ask me anything. I love to connect with my customers. I always wondered if like, oh, and also, so last month, okay, so in July, Saint made, and she used so much, my God, she looks great. Yeah, well, liquid foundation always looks great because it has the alcohol in it, so it leaves that solid sheet of pigment on your face. This doesn't have the alcohol, so you can still see my skin even though I have full coverage or medium coverage. You can totally build it up. But so anyway, so last month, Saint, this makeup company, right? They announced that they were no longer going to be a direct sales company. They were no longer going to be an MLM. It's just straight affiliate. So that means e-commerce, like you see someone that's selling the makeup, you can buy it from them. There's no like join my team, recruiting, like pyramid scheme, none of that, right? So none of that's going on. Like they took all that away. And this month, the sales are so low, and I wonder if that has anything to do with it, but also like people are going back to school, and like there's a lot, like summertime is over, people are gearing up for school, back to school clothes, and you know, teenagers are expensive, and you know, there's school supplies are a lot. So I wonder if it's that, but I also wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that Saint changed models. And I wonder what you guys think. Like, what are your thoughts on it? Like with Saint announcing last month that they were changing the sales model from an MLM to affiliate marketing, what do you as a consumer, like, what are your thoughts? I'm really curious to know. I think because everybody's like, oh my gosh, sales are low. Like, is Saint going out of business? No, dog. Like, Saint is legit. Like, Saint's a good company with a good brand and a good product, and we sell the hell out of this makeup. So I don't think they're going out of business. This is bronzer, by the way. This is just to add a little bit of warmth. See? I'm just adding warmth, and this is the yeah, so usually they say that, and I've never been in sales. I never wanted to be in sales. I signed up here on accident. I do not like sales. Never wanted to do it. This was a complete accident. But anyway, so what I understand is that sales in J month, so January, January, June, and July are really low, but my sales, like I normally sell like $200,000 a month in makeup, but like this month it is not that high. And so I'm like, I wonder if it's like, yeah, people are coming back from vacation and there's just like a lot going on, but a lot of people are like, it's because Saint made this change. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, Saint only benefited the customer. Like there's like the, you know what I mean? Like there's the consumers were not affected by this. So I was just wondering what you guys thought as my friends from working in retail. Oh, okay. So even in like normal retail, right? So I think that, one thing about sales is that I don't like that. I don't like that it's unpredictable. Like I'm a PI, like I want to know what's going on, how it's going, like all these things. And so I'm always nervous when it comes to sales because I never wanted to do sales, but this is like makeup is my jam. And like I have the desire to connect with all these women and like share makeup stuff. And so I don't know. I wondered if I don't think so either, Sarah. I don't think the change at Saint had, but a lot of people are saying it's because Saint is like changing their model. And I'm like, the makeup's still good. You know what I mean? I've seen several artists switch to a different makeup brand to continue building a team. Wonder if that's impacting sales. Maybe that could be true. But see, that's the thing that bothers me. Just to be real with you, to be completely transparent. Cause if you guys know, I'm nothing if not transparent. When it comes to like the whole thing with like building a team, I kind of saw like people were like, oh, I love Saint, all these other artists, I love Saint. But then as soon as they weren't getting paid off of their team anymore, they found a new brand. And I was like, so you loved Saint as long as you were getting paid from other people who were also selling Saint. And then I was like, did you really love Saint or did you just like the paycheck? And then it kind of, for me, I think it kind of weeded out people who really, really wanted to connect with the customers and like also like this is your job. Like I'm still making a commission, like it's still a paycheck, but I don't want to like build a team and make them sell the like I just want to connect with my customer, just me and you. You know what I mean? Like I love my team. Like I've built a great team and we have great friendships now. So I'm grateful that they're in my life, but at the same time, I just feel like people miss the mark when it comes to the actual consumer. Like who is the consumer? It's a woman who typically isn't confident with makeup or not confident with herself. And she needs to feel loved and like validated, and she needs to feel valued, and she needs to know that there's someone just like her out there that says, hey, like this is hard, but I got you, you know? And so I feel like some of that kind of gets missed. So I was just wondering what your thoughts were on that. It lasts forever and we don't need refills. It's true. I was just talking with that to one of my customers. She was like, so it's been a month and I need a refill. And I'm like, how? And she's like, oh, because I do it like this. And I was like, that's not going to work out. She color matched herself and her shade was too light because she didn't trust my color match. And so we had this whole conversation, and so basically what she did was she asked me for a color match. I sent her a color match. She's like, nope, that's too dark. So she went online and said, this one looks closer to me. So she bought that color and she's been using that, but because it's too light, she's had to apply so much that she went through like a whole pan of makeup in like a month. Like she went through one of these things in like less than a month. And I was like, it should take you like 6-7 months to go through that. And so it was really funny. And so she was like, next time I will trust you. And I was like, thank you. Thanks, Kim. His first week has been really good so far. I love the makeup. I feel more like myself again after 2 kids and losing the fun. Girl, yes. I'm so glad. I love that. That touches my heart. That touches my heart so much. That's how I feel. I feel really confident. Okay. So when I color match you, by the way, I'll match you to these shades, but this is your whole makeup bag. Like there's no more big crazy like suitcase like I used to use. You can get different sizes too. Like don't be intimidated by my big ass palette. Like if you want a small little palette, you can get a small palette too. The idea is just to get dimension, and that's what gives you that youthful glow. So that's what I love. So someone said Scuba Steve. Okay. So Scuba Steve is basically putting on goggles like you're going scuba diving, right? When you put on your goggles, everything inside your goggles should be bright. So that's where that brightening highlight comes from. That's when you saw me put this color here, and you put that brightening highlight right in here and kind of up here. So inside your goggles, that's where it's going to be the brightest. We want bright, alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic right in here, right? Like a psycho. And then on the outside of our goggles, right? So this is our goggles. On the outside of our goggles is the contour. So the bright goes in the middle. So the lightest color goes in the middle. That's our concealer or our brightening highlight. The darkest shade is our contour. Bye, Kim. It was good to see you. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. The darkest shade goes outside of our goggles, right? And then the main shade, like our main foundation, kind of fills in everywhere else for coverage. The bronzer, which is the warmth, goes right where the goggles suction to your face. So that's why I was showing you like the contour. See how it's like the gray, cool, ashy here to kind of enhance those shadows. And then this is warm, so it's more orangey red. And so whenever you apply this, I want to get close. So I want to show you how this blends because I think a lot of people are scared. See how I'm just lightly tapping this? I'm trying to get real close so you can see that this color is not as scary as it looks. It's really cool kind of seeing it up close too because it looks dark as crap. And then you're like, oh my gosh, really? It's just that light and that's all it is. Boom, boom, boom. See? You just lightly. You're not like scrubbing your face with the color or anything. Look how melty and how pretty. See what I mean? And then I just take whatever residue is on my brush and dust it over my lids. It melts in. Do you see that? It just melts into your skin. And you can build this makeup up, but you really do not need that much makeup. You'll be looking crazy. You'll look out of control. It'll be wild. So I like to show like how scary it looks, and your face really looks like a dumpster fire. And then you just blend it. Look. You can use any brush. This one is a little bit less, it's a little bit like a medium coverage because it's not super fluffy, but it's not super like tight and stiff. Yes, it is. It's all cream makeup. So these are all different creams and you put the different colors where they go and then you just like melt it into your skin. You just press it in and it's really, really beautiful. And also, you guys, if you are terrified of makeup, because let's be real, no one taught us the right way to do makeup. Like we were doing some things from 17 magazine that should be illegal. No one really taught us the proper way to do makeup, so we're just kind of winging it, right? So I feel like no matter how old you are, no matter how much or how little experience you have with makeup, this makeup is so easy to do because first of all, you see how easy it blends and you can overblend this makeup. So if you keep blending, if you keep trying to overblend it, you're going to blend it away because that's how light it is, right? No, so Saint doesn't have lashes, just the makeup and some skincare, but these are from Lashify and I have a discount code if you want them. I think you can comment the word lashes. I think I set it up to type the word lashes and see if it sends you a message. It should send you my discount link for Lashify. And Lashify just came out with velvet ones. I just ordered them today. They were literally just released and I ordered them today. So I want to try those too. But I really like the Lashify a lot. They're really user friendly. And I like the confidence they give, you know. Okay, so see how, thank you, Cindy. Let me know if you get that message, please. You be my guinea pig. See how all the makeup just kind of melts into your skin? It doesn't leave like a cakey layer. It's not greasy and slimy. Like I kind of thought cream makeup at first. I was like greasy, slimy, no thanks. But look, isn't it so pretty and glowy? And it's a really, really light layer. It is not heavy. So even if you are a makeup dumbass, like you are like, what's makeup? I don't know, but I want to look like that. This makeup, you can use it in such an easy way. After you do it once or twice, you're like, okay, that makes sense. So even if you think you are like, I'm too dumb to do makeup, no, you are not. No, you're not. I will teach you. I will personally take the time out of my day, because it's my job, to teach you how to use your makeup, how to feel confident in it, and just love it. Yes, you blend it until you like the shade. See what I mean? And I used this dark color, I used this light color, this main color, a bronzer. Now I'm going to use some blushes. Like these colors, people are so scared of them, but they're not scary at all. Like these ones that look super, super pink and you're like, that's a lot. I just want to show you. I like to apply it with my fingers so you can kind of see like how much I'm applying and like where, but you can use your brush too. Usually I in my brush and then put it on my face. I'm going to do 2 different colors just to kind of show you the different options and different looks. And these colors look super intense, but they're really not. Yes, I'm the same way. When I do my lip and cheek colors, like I usually never wear the same color on my lips than my cheeks. But with these creams, you guys, they're very, very sheer. So see how that bubblegummy pink situation turned into like this, just a really light kind of pink pop of really pretty color. These are very, very light. The Tinkle razors work to remove the little fabric balls on your clothes. Yes, but you have to pull it taut or else you put a hole in your clothes. Don't ask me how I know. It's fine. Don't ask me how I know. They will cut your clothes. And then this one is, this color is a matte color. And you see how that one's a little bit more corally. So like this one is Pinky Promise over here. This one is Tiger Lily over here. And see how they both provide really beautiful color, but it's not it's not aggressive and you're not like looking like a clown, right? It's just really pretty. It's really easy. It's simple and it's very eye-catching without being insane. So you don't look like a psycho clown. I think that's what I was always afraid of wearing blush because I was like, I don't want to look like a psycho clown. And now I don't. I just feel really pretty. I have that really pop of color. And these colors, even the dark ones, like this one is called Royal. See how dark it looks? It's real pretty, y'all. Look. Isn't that so gorgeous? Tell me that's not the prettiest thing you've ever seen. Honestly, Kim's trying to leave over and over. Sarah, do you have the small Tinkle razors? You got to get the itty bitty ones. Don't cut your eyebrows. Oh Lord, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Okay, look at my skin. This is like in your face, no filters, and look how pretty. You can still see my skin. There's no cakiness. There's no like powdery looking like dryness. And this is when you have to trust me with your color match. Because sometimes you look at the colors and you're like, that's not going to work out. And then you put it on your face and you're like, that's not going to work out. And then you blend it and you're like, oh, okay. How does the makeup lay throughout a very long day? Catherine, mine never wears off. I usually sweat because when I do surveillance, I'm like sweating and then you're running errands and you're doing all that and blah, blah. This makeup has 11 ingredients and none of them are alcohol, right? So it's very hydrating. So instead of like sitting on top of your skin where like a liquid foundation would be like on your skin and then it would evaporate because of all the alcohols, leaving you with just the pigment. And then eventually as your face moves and you go throughout like the weather and the humidity and the chain and whatever, and then it kind of like breaks up and does this thing like move in or it'll evaporate off your face, whatever. This doesn't do that. It's made to melt into your skin. So out of the 11 ingredients, none of them are alcohol. So you just kind of have a really beautiful makeup all day. It doesn't set up or like vanish, right? That being said, as a makeup artist, I swear by a setting spray. So I recommend a setting spray and maybe that's why mine lasts all the time, but I've worn it without setting spray and it's fine. So I try it both ways, but I say put it on and try it with no setting spray and see for yourself. You'll see. It's very like, you don't have to put on a whole lot. Like you get the payoff of the pigment without being like super, super heavy with it. And sometimes putting on more makeup causes it to wear off faster. And so with this makeup, you use it very, very lightly and it just kind of melts into your skin. And it's so freaking pretty. When I tell you, just gorgeous. Look at that. And you can still see my lines. You can still see my skin, but my skin texture my skin tone is a little more even. Like everything looks more like the same. Humidity was insane. I knew I looked awful because I felt my face melting, but I'll be damned, I look freaking amazing. And it's funny you say that because the longer your makeup like sits on your face, the more it melts in and the prettier it looks. I swear to God, you'll be like, that looks even better. I'm not saying I'm a sweaty mess, but I'm not an unsweaty. Oh my God, you're so funny. No, girl, I'm in Florida. Listen, I am a Florida girl through and through. I'm in Tampa. I do surveillance in my car, in a 170-degree car, and I go swimming, and I I was gonna say I work out, but what I meant to say was sometimes I walk outside to check the mail and it's hot and I sweat. And so that walk can cause you to break a sweat. And yeah, so that's what that looks like. And then you can even, cruises. You go on a cruise with this? This is your whole makeup. What do you mean? How does it hold up to cruises? My lashes will fall off in the wind before my makeup will. I think with cruises, I think you'll really like it because number one, it takes up less space. Like the cruise, the suites in the cruise, like they're not very big, right? So you'll love the size of it. But also, if you do your makeup in the morning and then come back in the evening time, like if you go to the captain's dinner and then like you want to zhuzh it up a little bit, just pop on a little bit more bronzer, maybe a little brightening highlight, some illuminator, and you're good to go. There's no, yeah, no, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. You'll see. Whenever you go, so the first time I went on a cruise with my makeup, I was like worried about that stuff because you go on the excursions and like the Bahamas and all this stuff, right? I'm in Florida. I live at the saltwater and I live in well, we don't have wind here, let's be real. But I did go tubing one time with my makeup. It paused me. I did go tubing one time in South Carolina on a lake, on a boat, and we were like flying through the water. And my lashes were like this. They stayed on pretty good, but then eventually I lost a couple. But no, my makeup was fine. You don't have to worry about it. Your makeup, well, that's the difference. Like when you use a liquid foundation, there's alcohols in it. When you use the powders, there's alcohol. It's dry, right? So it takes the moisture from your skin and it sucks the soul from your skin. It sucks all that moisture up, right? This makeup doesn't do that. It hydrates your skin and just sits in your skin, not on your skin. And it just lays really pretty all day long. You do not need a setting powder unless you are someone who I use a setting powder. I'll show you how I use my setting powder. If you use a setting powder, I live in the Arizona desert and I love Arizona. I love Phoenix. That's one of my favorite places to go. When I use setting powder, I take a little bit of this vanilla dust and I tap it right here in the inner corners. This is where most of us are the most oily and are the most prone to bigger pores and, more oily skin. So I just tap it right here to control the oil, set my makeup. It adds a little bit of a blurred finish without being ridiculous. And right here. So I'm kind of locking that makeup in and setting my makeup and controlling the oil. And that's even with the powder, it still looks really glowy and really pretty. There is no need for anybody to do that that cakey, weird, settling and creasing and caking in the lines. This makeup won't do that. So I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much you sweat. I don't care anything. If you trust my color match and not talk back to me, if you trust my color match, when you get your color, they will look dark. But when you put them on and put the colors where I tell you to put them, the way that I just did, you'll see that not only are your cheeks enhanced and you have more color, you look more alive. You're going to have more brightness in your eyes and you're going to have more shape and more structure in your face. You're going to look younger because of the youthful glow that it gives. And you're going to see a change. You're going to be like, wow, everything that I actually love about my face is being accentuated while I'm kind of camouflaging some things I'm not super crazy about. And so that's what I want to help you do. So it's really fun. That's why whenever you get a color match from me, from that point forward, if you get a color match from me, we're texting, you're in my text, we're texting back and forth and we are friends, right? I don't know how that happened, but we have fireworks. Love mine. Isn't it so good, Joy? I love this makeup so much. I just think it's so at first when I first saw it, I'm not someone who likes gimmicks. I'm a private investigator, so I don't believe anything that anybody says. So if you say, yeah, this is going to hide your lines and wrinkles, my first thought is, yeah, right. No, it won't. Unless you have a scalpel and some serious medicinal science crap, I don't trust you. And so I was like, nobody does their makeup like that. That's so stupid. And then I tried it and I was like, this makeup actually is really nice. My 10-year-old son put on my makeup and then it looked like a dumpster fire. And then I blended it and I was like, huh. So it's really, really cool. Once you try it, you'll be like, oh, I get it now. Also, Saint has a 30-day return policy. So don't trust strangers on the internet, but trust me. I don't know what else to tell you. But also just trust Saint and trust the company. They back their 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, you can send it back. But very, 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 like point, I think, what is my return rate? Like 0.0001, I think. Like, and I have like 30,000 customers. Like, it's a lot. So when I tell you, you're going to like it, I'm telling you, you're going to like. Join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. So Freedom in Beauty VIP. Go there. Talk to those ladies. Them are my customers. There's like 12,000 people in there. I think a lot of them are my customers, and they'll tell you. They'll tell you the truth. They'll tell you. They'll tell you the truth. They'll tell you what they like, what they don't like. And I appreciate them for it. I'm trying to find where's my brown mascara? Hold on, I have a brown mascara that's missing. I've been using brown mascara because I've always used black and I didn't know brown was pretty. And then Benefit sent me their brown mascara and I was like, game changer, hello. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna do my brows real quick. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. It's one of my favorites. You can use your contour if you want. Like, I could probably just use my contour, but I've been using this forever, so it's just like what I'm comfortable with, so I just never switched over. But this is just it's a cream pencil as well, so it's basically the same thing as my contour, but in a pencil form. And I just kind of fill in where it needs it a little bit. And I don't try to color them in. I just kind of try to like sweep and feather little areas. This is the color, the shade is 2.5, the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. If you want my link to it, I'll send it to you. Just let me know. But this is the, where is it? Goof Proof Brow Pencil. And it does a really nice job. And I think it just allows you to kind of like, I don't know, like, I think the brows kind of add a little bit of a nice frame to the face. Like, they kind of finish it with your makeup. So these brow pencils are really good. I think I like these better than the Anastasia. And Anastasia is known for their brows, but Benefit has the real deal brow products. And then I use this. Okay, so this is the Bad Gal Bang mascara that Benefit sent me. They sent me this one, a red one, a black one, a waterproof black one, and a blue one. And they're gorgeous. Okay, so quick tip. When you do mascara on the bottom lashes, you got it. I'll send it over to you. I do not use mascara because I use lashes, like on my top lashes, but on the bottom, I use mascara and I never pull it through the lashes. I just tap it at the root. And this is a really great way to get a really light touch with your mascara, but not like have the spider legs hanging down. So depending on, if you like that, do it. But I think a lot of people pull the mascara through and they're like, it looks too heavy. But if you just tap it on the root, it gives a really, really pretty kind of, see what I mean? A little bit like eyeliner, but not so much eyeliner. And so it's kind of really subtle and it's really, really nice. And then, yeah, I'll do let's do an eyeshadow. I never do a live eyeshadow. I always record it on the video. Okay, let's do pretty eyeshadow together. What do we want to do? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know what eyeshadows to do today. I tried the Pasty Girl Sunless Tanner. It was easy peasy and looks, it's good. I'm telling you. The Pasty Girl, my self tanner stuff. Get it. It's 20% off my Freedom Barbie collection on the Pasty Girl. Just comment the word pasty, P-A-S-T-Y, and you can get my self tanner at my discount. Get the collection. It's all my favorite stuff, and it has the mitt, the gloves, the tanning mousse, the tan extender, and the tan eraser, which is like the stuff you use to exfoliate. Okay, let's do some eyeshadow. Look, isn't my makeup so pretty? I don't know what else to tell you. Just look at my face and I don't have to say anything. Okay, so I'm going to start my eyeshadow with Chai. So Chai is like a neutral base color. And I'm using the eyeshadow brush and I'm going to tap this all over the lid, right? So this is where like a lot of people panic because they're like, I can't do eyeshadow because I'm not trying to look like I got gangbanged by a family of raccoons or something. Okay, so I just dust this all over the lid. So when you do your eyeshadow, I always start with a base, a powder base, whether it's a light neutral color or whether it's a setting powder. I do that because you know how when you go to the Walmart and you grab a cart and sometimes it has the wheel, the wonky wheel, and it goes like that. And that's the same thing as like you trying to apply eyeshadow on a lid with no powder base. Like it's gonna catch on the lids unless you have like super tight skin there. But I'm 40, so my skin isn't tight on my eyelids anymore. And so whenever you try to do your eyeshadow and you get the right, but if you put the powder base, then it kind of gives you like when you go to Publix and you get the cart and it just like glides on ice. It's kind of like that. So do a powder base to kind of give you in some kind of smooth surface to work on, right? So it doesn't catch like the tackiness and the stickiness of your skin. So no Walmart wheels, okay? Okay, so I just use a neutral base. That's called Chai. Now, let's do, what is this, Bubba? We can do Bubba. Let's do Bubba. I'm just all willy-nilly and I don't have any look in mind. Okay, Bubba's not a super dark color and it's pretty neutral. So I just kind of tapped into it with my brush, like all willy-nilly. Tap off and blow. So now all the excess is gone, right? With this color, with my first color after my base, I start on the outer corner and I take what's here and touch it to my lid. Boop, 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 up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So just like this. So in the outer corner, touch, 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 up and down, up and down, up and down. Do you see that? So just touch, 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 whatever. Hey, Rachel. And then once you dab, once that's on there, then you can use your brush to lightly tap around the edges of that where you deposited that pigment and kind of blend it out. So now you're just getting kind of like the residue and kind of dusting it around. See? It's a little bit darker and you can build that. So start really light and build up. Now, I have a hooded eye, which means the top part of my brow skin, like whatever the heck this is called, hangs over the actual lid. So when I open my eye, a lot of that color disappears, right? So if you have a hooded eye, like me, a little bit or a lot, we want to bring this color up to Jesus, up onto here. This is your new lid. So if you see a majority of that, then that's your lid. So I take my brush with my powder and I come here and I start to tap it up a little bit higher. So I'm going to open my eye and see where I need to bring it up to. And I don't bend my bristles. Like there's no need for, don't bend your bristles. There's no need for it. You just tap. It should be so light, right? So I'm lightly tapping, bringing it up to Jesus. And the higher I go, now it's just like the residue from the eyeshadow. I know a lot of people are like, just put this color in like windshield wiper. Don't windshield wiper is not raining. It is not raining. So I'm just bringing that up a little bit higher. So see now when I open my eye, you can see that color come up a little bit higher. So this is a light color, so it's easy to do that with. And then as you get kind of darker colors, that's where people get scared, right? So let's do this other side. Okay, so I got my pigment on my brush, tapped it, blowed it, whatever. Okay, outer corner, tap, tap, tap. So now that I'm transferring the pigment from the brush to my lid, and then I just tap around. So I don't like windshield wiper, like none of the word, I don't get it, but it's fine. And then I just kind of lightly pull it in. So you can see that the color is there. You get the payoff of the color without it being like all crazy, right? And then you just kind of use the tips of your bristles to kind of, we're not doing that. We're not psychos. We're not blending our makeup like a psycho. By the way, I have a shirt that says that in my Freedom Barbie merch shop. It says, don't blend your makeup like a psycho. So if you want my merch, just comment merch and it'll send it. It'll give you the link to it. Okay, so this is Bubba. And I just applied him all over and just kind of like dusted him all around, right? Fine. Now we're going to add some drama. So this is where it gets even scarier. So now you have that really light neutral color. You could top this off with a shimmer and be done. But I like to add some drama. So let's do it and like, let's explore. Don't bend. Yeah. And I have a shirt that says, don't bend your bristles. Hey, Charlotte, will you check your DM and let me know if you get that in your messages real quick? Because sometimes I don't be knowing if it would be working. I don't trust the robots. That's why I don't like automation. Like I wish I had like 25 brains and 62 hands so I could do everything myself, but I can't, so I'm sorry. All willy-nilly. Yeah, we do. I got all willy-nilly merch too. allwillynilly.shop. That's what it is, allwillynilly.shop. And there I have all kind of all willy nilly merch. I just got a new all willy nilly sweatshirt for the fall. Just got a new fall release line coming out. Oh, thanks, Rachel. Okay, so let's go even darker. So I started with this chai color, right? Neutral. We're safe. Bubba, it's a little bit darker, but we're still safe. Let's get unsafe, right? Let's get scary with our makeup. And we're like, let's try something that we're terrified of, right? Like I don't want to explore because I'm scared. This is the wrong palette. I could feel it because it wasn't heavy enough. I was like, that's not the right one. The link did not come. Okay, I will send it to you, my friend. Rachel, will you please send Charla the link to my merch, please? And her DM. It's allwillynilly.shop. Oh, the eyeshadow brush. Sorry. This is the eyeshadow brush. It has like this fluffy end like this, and then the other end is like a small, dense, like dome brush. Okay, let's get unsafe with our makeup, right? So we're all wearing brown. We get it. We want neutrals. I get it because we're terrified, right? So let's find a color that is not something that we are comfortable with, that we are just terrified of, and we're like, holy bananas, I don't know what's wrong with you. Let's do, I kind of want to do just like black, but also no. Let's see. I don't know what color to do. We could do now I feel like, I don't know. Let's do, this color is really pretty. Let's do Ken. This color called Ken. She looks purple, right? And she's a little bit dark, a little bit shimmery, right? Wait, the blue in the middle? Okay, we have a suggestion. Hold on. This one. Oh, Dabadi. This one? You want me to do this one? I'll do this one all day long. We're gonna do some blue. When in doubt, choose pink. Every day. Always choose the pink. Do you want, but I can show you the Dabadi if you want. The blue with the Ken. Oh, well, here, let's go. Whatever. Okay, let's do Dabadi. So Dabadi, scary, bright, kind of weird, right? Like we don't know what's going on. Look. Tap and blow, right? We're going to take this right here. Outer corner, tap it in. See, it's not super crazy. See? And then fluffy side of the brush to kind of dust. You can do this with any freaking color. See, and then you build on that. So now if we're like, oh yeah, we really like that color, we're gonna build it. It would be a little bit brighter had I not put that brown underneath it, but you get the point. And now I'm just lightly sweeping it in. And I'm pulling it up onto the hood because I have a hooded eye. And lightly dusting around. See how I don't look like Mimi from Drew Carey? It's not scary. I am not being attacked at all. Do you see what I mean? I'm alive, I'm well, I'm breathing. Nobody has hurt my feelings. I'm telling you. I feel like the colors, all colors, they look really crazy, right? But then when you put them on, they're really not that bad. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that a little bit goes like a long way. So when you just kind of tap this, and then it's just using the right brushes. Sometimes like this is a dense brush. This is not fluffy. So this is not making the powder go. So like if you take I'm going to use a brush that I'm not using right now. You take a brush and you dust it all in there like a crazy, and then you go like this. You see all that powder fly away? And look, gang bang by Crayola. We not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not like that's not stop. Like we don't. No. We just, you know what I mean? We just a little bit tappies in the corner, and then you use your brush to kind of tap around it, and it's just like kind of getting the residue, and the less residue you get, the lighter the color is, and then it just blends so pretty. Do you see what I mean? Look. Boop, boop, boop. And then I'm gonna bring this up onto the hood because when I open my eye, it's gone. Lightly tapping. See what I mean? I'm not trying to stab my eyeball out with my brush. Like you don't do that. You just lightly kind of feather and sweep and tap. And you like literally whatever. And then what? Someone said do the Ken. Let's go nuts. It's just a baby. Then we'll use this Ken color and let's add her in the outer corner and like just I don't know. Do these match? Maybe not. Who knows? But it's fine. I'm gonna bring her in a little bit because she's some drama. She's dramatic. She's dark. She dark. She got an attitude problem. But look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that didn't work out. I feel like she canceled out the blue too much, but it's fine. We can add some more blue to come out around it. I don't like her with the blue, but it's fine. Well, we could go darker too, but I try to do like, for me, I'll go darker all day. Like I'll go dark vampire dark. Like I don't care. Or I'll go like a clown, like a Barbie clown. I don't give a crap, but I try to do stuff that like the normal everyday person would do so that if you wanted to duplicate it, you could. So that's why I try to stick to things that like other people might find confidence in. But I just discovered, well, I didn't just discover them, but Makeup a Murder is a makeup, true crime makeup site. Like all their makeup is like true crime based. And so I'm obsessed with true crime. And so like, I just discovered they opened a store near me. And so they have these like loose, like neon and pastel pigments. And so I've been kind of going batshit crazy, like bonkers with those, which is really cool. I love them. But then it's like, my audience doesn't relate to that. Like my audience is, these are women that want kind of to know how to do everyday looks, so it's kind of tricky, you know. It's just a baby. Hold on. I need to work on doing what normal people do. No, Rachel, your makeup always looks good. It's awesome. Okay, so I kind of canceled out the blue because I think the Ken was too dark for the blue, but we could totally like add more blue if we wanted to make that pop out from the Ken, but I just think they cancel each other out. So we could have just used a dark blue and been done with it, but it's fine. I think it looks pretty too. I like that you can, and like you don't have to commit to it, right? Like now, okay, so this is what I do last. So when I do my dark color on I leave, okay, hold on. When you do your makeup, on the outside of your face, like outside of our goggles, right? We put the contour. It's on the outside, right? On the outside of our lids, we're putting that dark drama. The inside of our face, like the inside of our goggles, has the brightness. The inside of our goggles has the brightness, right? So we want to keep the brightness on the inside of our lids. So now, even with a dark shade, I use that Bayou color and the Ken, right? Now we're going to add a shimmer to brighten it up. I always add a shimmer. I love a shimmer. I think shimmers are really pretty. I don't want to be without a shimmer because I like shimmer and I need like Shimmer Anonymous or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's use this color. What do we want to use? Have I ever used Aries? Some of these colors I'll be sleeping on and I'm like, oh, I don't use it. And then I should. No, I don't want to use Aries. Let's use Sis is a good one, but I think that might be too pink. Let's see. Yeah, I think Sis is too pink. I think that's why I always stick with Drift. I want to do a light shimmer. Ooh, Riviera is my go-to. We're going to do Riviera. This is Riviera. Riviera is like kind of a champagne shimmer, right? And I use my finger for the shimmers because it gets a little bit more pigment than like the brush. The brush makes it a little bit lighter. But I just stamp it, kind of boop, 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 just like that. Inner half of the lid under the crease is my suggestion. See what I mean? See how it brightens it up? Like I'm trying to, I forgot I could just close my eyes. See how it brightens it up and it adds like a pop of not scary when you're like, oh, that color is so scary. Look how dark my eyes look. But then you add a shimmer and you're like, huh, it's like a pop of glow. It's yeah, It's just a baby. Look. Oh, isn't that so pretty? Okay, I love it. I love it. I could have done without the Bayou with the Ken, but it was fun to explore those. But do you see what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to explore with colors. Like, they're not scary. They're not going to bite you. They don't have teeth. And like, if they piss you off, you just whack them with a freaking makeup wipe and tell them who's boss. Like, that's all there is to it. Okay, and then the last thing that I do with my eyeshadow, because I really like that glow a lot, is take my drift eyeshadow and I do it in the inner corners. And I love doing that just because I feel like it's such a bright pop. It's such a difference. Like, I'm going to show you real quick. So take the drift eyeshadow and I put it on the end of my eyeshadow brush and I just do this right here with the eye boogers, right there in that little corner, and then pull it up onto that the inner half of the lid under the crease. So it kind of blends with like your other shimmer. Look, see the difference? Look how much bigger my eye just got. Isn't that crazy? It's really cool. Eye boogers, eye boogers, eye boogers. Right there on that little inner corner. Pull it up onto the lid under the crease. See, and not so bad. And then there's little tricks that you can use. Like if you're like, oh, I did too much eyeshadow or it looks a little dark, just use like your setting powder and kind of dust it over it a little bit. Or like you could even use a light shade like this cupcake eyeshadow and just like dust it on real lightly and kind of lighten it up. I like it, so I'm going to keep it. And then another thing you can do is take that same drift color or that shimmer and pop it right here under your brow, just under like the high point of it to catch the light. And it catches that glow real pretty. Tons of different things that you can do to kind of zhuzh up your look a little bit. But this is why I really like having like a really light or a neutral lip color, which it doesn't look like this one, but it's this one. And then having that like bright or bold eye look. Hey, Corey. Me too. See? It's not bad. You see what I mean? Like you build it so you can build. So now there was really no point in putting the browns underneath, but you guys talked me into it. It was fine. Anyways, a really, really fun way to play with makeup. So please don't be afraid to explore. And so like when I color match you guys, I know what I'm doing with this makeup. I promise you. Like, and if it's what works for me might not work for you, but this, like once I give you your colors, you apply it in a way that works for you. You build a palette in a way that works for you, and then you customize it how you want. I'm only here to show you like why this makeup is great for you, and it really is for everyone. Like I hate saying that because I hate gimmicks. It's like everybody can. I hate gimmicks. I feel like people are always trying to sell a product, and they care more about like selling the product than they care about their customers. And so I don't like that. Like that's something that I'm not really crazy about, which is one thing you'll learn about me. So like I'm really skeptical about everything. And so like I hate it, but when I say that like this makeup really is good for everyone, it really is. And I think that there's so much empowerment in that. And I'm not gonna cry. I might cry. I know what it's like to be the ugly fat girl. I know what it's like to not have confidence, and I know what it's like to seek that like beauty. Like I use makeup like a mask, right? And so if you are new here, one thing you might not know about me is I just turned 40, but up until I was 38, I was the ugly fat girl. I was 150 pounds heavier. I sat in my car doing surveillance for 18 years because when I did that job, I could hide from the world behind my limo tinted windows, and I didn't have to talk to anybody or see anybody. And that was my way to hide. And I played with makeup in my car by myself for like 15 years that I did, for 15 of those 18 years. And I told myself like whenever I found this makeup, because at that point I was just like buying anything an influencer said was cool, and I was like, all right, I'll try it, because I was like, we're gonna play with makeup and that's what's gonna make me feel pretty, because it did. And then when I found this makeup, I was like, that's really stupid. I had to try it. And then I learned that like this isn't about me anymore. Like this is me using the skills that I learned sitting here hating myself to help other women feel beautiful and like find their confidence based on what I can teach them. So that's why I'm here. So please know that like I am someone that I actually really do care about how people feel. So please reach out to me. So good for you. Look at you guys losing weight. That's awesome. It feels good, right? 49. Woo, you're getting close to that 50 milestone. Good for you. I just hit 40, so I'm really excited. As soon as I turned 40, I was excited. Like, I was like, yay, like a new chapter. I was really excited to like start a new decade fresh. And I'm starting this decade not hating myself, actually loving myself, knowing what true self-love and self-confidence feels like. And I feel like that's a gift that I want to share with others. And so I'm excited. Oh, 40, girl, good for, okay, so we're the same age then. We best friends. But no matter what age you are, you guys, you deserve to feel beautiful. So don't think like you're too young or too old. By the way, the older you are, the more I recommend getting this makeup because it won't settle in them lines and wrinkles. And you know what I'm talking about too, when you do like this and you got all these wrinkles and you've been in the sun too long and you got the smile lines and you think that it makes you ugly, but it don't. It's just part of who you are. And there's nothing in the world besides a scalpel that's going to take that away. But I can help you find confidence in what you already have and find a way to enhance what you love and kind of hide what you don't. So you can count on me for that. And singing butterfly clips. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's it. That was me. That was me. Anyways, so get a free color match. If you want my link to the self tanner that I use, no smell, no orange. It's got the violet base. It lasts 100 years and it's, she's coming out with a new product in September. But anyways, get my self tanner. It's the Freedom Barbie collection and you can get it on like, for like 20% off through like Sunday, I think. So she told me to tell you guys. So is it available in the UK? I don't know. The self tanner, I don't know. This makeup, we're launching in the UK. I thought it was the end of August, but now I'm thinking maybe the end of September. But with Saint's announcement with the business model change, I don't know if that's like, I have not heard anything, but as soon as I do, like totally. Corey, yes, please, 100%. I screenshotted that, so I'll make sure to send you a message and reach out to you and see how I can help. Anyways, okay, comment pasty for the self-tan. The self-tanner stuff, you guys have to get that stuff. It's really good. And get the Freedom Barbie collection has like the 3 things. It's like it saves you like $40 or something. So go get it. It's a good deal. And then the makeup, comment matched for the makeup, and I'll help you. Just comment match, and then we can text, and then I'll have your number, and then you have my number, and then we're best friends. Okay, love you guys. Have a great day.